Hey, church members, Facebook friends, it's Brother Ron. It's also Wednesday. That means it's time for Ron's Recap, where we kind of put a button on our focus of last month, and we're going to be introducing what we're going to be talking about next month. We just finished up a focus that we were calling Broken Arrow. You remember, in Vietnam, it was a code word meaning that American soldiers are being overrun, and they needed help. They need it now, and they need it from above, where aircraft came in and rescued them, make sure that they weren't overrun or captured. And so we talked about individuals being overrun, feeling like you're overrun, where the world is crashing in on you. And there is a code word, a broken arrow, if you will, where you can get help, you can get it right now, and you can get it from above. Marriages are in trouble. Individual marriages, not the institution of marriage, because we know it's in trouble, but individual marriages were under trouble. And we were saying, yes, there is hope. We can get it right now, and yes, it comes from above. And then we talked about the church. The church is in trouble. Remember when Jesus said, behold, I stand at the door and knock? That was a letter written to a church. And he said, if I could come in, then we could fellowship together. So there's churches that are in desperate need. They're almost being overrun. They need help. They need it now, and they need it from above. And we finished this past Sunday, just a couple of days ago, on a rainy Sunday, talking about relationships. Not just husband and wife, but brothers and sisters and co-workers and all the rest of that. You know, conflicts don't destroy relationships. Unresolved conflicts is what destroys relationships. So we took something from a page from our friends in the psychological community, put biblical text to that. So we believe that all those things are based on biblical principles. And we told church members just this past Sunday, and if you were fortunate enough to be here to worship with us, there was only a handful because of the rain. We talked about the HEAL technique, H-E-A-L, heal. And the very first thing that we talked about is hearing, just simply active listening to what somebody else has to say. And then the E, empathize. Put yourself in their shoes, in their position. Sometimes we just simply misunderstand what somebody says, and it makes us angry. And so whether or not we agree with their misunderstanding, if we just simply agree, oh, okay, they misunderstood, but that made them angry, or it disappointed them, or it hurt their feelings, we can at least empathize. So we want to be able to hear, we want to empathize, and then we want to act. If we want to be able to say, is there something in me that needs to change? And if so, let me work on changing that just as soon as I can. And then the love and heal, H-E-A-L, the L is love. We just got to learn to love one another. And love passes, it keeps no record of wrong. You know what the scriptures have to say. It always perseveres. It always lasts. And so, in conclusion, we were talking about if you feel like you have a broken relationship, you want to hear, you want to empathize, you want to act, and you want to love. Because the Bible says God is love. And without a relationship with God, guess what? That's the most broken relationship we got to mend. But once we mend that, Jesus' command was, now we got to mend our relationship with others. All right, listen, we can't wait for you to come and join us for the month of September. We're going to talk about voices. Have you heard a voice lately? We have. Come check us out. Listen, we love you. Can't wait to see you here at 501 Noel Avenue in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, Henderson Memorial Baptist Church.